It takes a lot to keep up with our next guest. He's a busy man you can see in movies, on Netflix, HBO, Stars, BET, or listen to his podcast, or watch him perform stand-up.
When it comes to marijuana, you got two types of people. You got people that smoke weed and people that do edibles. I'm afraid of people that do edibles. You have to be good in math to do edibles. I wasn't good in math. I was in special ed. I'm good at shapes and colors. That's it. People give you edibles, they size you up first. They say, first off, hold on. How tall are you? 5'8". Okay. How much do you weigh? 180. All right, you'll be good with 50 milligrams. I was in special ed. I don't know what the hell a milligram is.
Yes, and he will also be in the stage of the New York Comedy Festival. This morning we are catching up with comedian, actor, and podcaster Donnell Rawlings. What's going on?
Thanks for having me, but I have to let everybody know, especially your listeners, the level of disrespect that you showed me when I sat down here.
Can't even believe.
You did.
Why?
I was all happy. It's like, my theme is it's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life for me.
Okay, Michael.
And the first thing you said to me was, what are you doing in the suit? And then
I
you
like
added
the suit.
that you said, did somebody die or
That's not what I said.
are you going to court? That's exactly what you said. I just want to let you know, as a black man, I have more than one suit. It is not just
here's
it's
let me
not
explain
just
this.
reserved.
Let me explain
You
this.
disrespected me.
First off, the suit looks fantastic.
All right, thank you.
You look great.
What is your line? Now I know where we're going.
What?
This, when you walk in a room and you said you take it. What was the line in one of your comedy specials? You talked about when you walk in a room and people are going to play the race card.
Oh, yeah. No, I say I abuse the race card.
Yeah, you abuse it.
Every
For
time.
any time. It's no
me.
good. Ever since Obama's out of office, I can't use it anymore. Every time I try to swipe, they say decline.
And let me tell you, every time we come on, you told me I've disrespected you.
Yeah. Don't you think
I was
it's
congratulating you on your line of product last time. You said I disrespected you, but it was because every time we spoke to you, you were in a T-shirt. So this time I was surprised.
But this is a whole part of what my growth is. You know, I've been doing comedy over 30 years. And every year I try to figure out something that could take me to the next level. Yeah. And I was comfortable performing like graphic T-shirts, what you saw in that film, on that show and everything. But I was like, what's going to be the next level? And I said, maybe my appearance, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought I'd be uncomfortable performing in suits. I was like, I can't move around. But I'll tell you one thing, the way people respond to it, and especially women, no disrespect to you, it's like, ooh, I like a man in a suit. And it's not a straight jacket or anything, so I'll take those compliments and I'll work with them.
Well, you are going next level. You have your first comedy special on Netflix, right?
I did a special, I think it was like 9 years ago, and it was a pretty decent special, I'll say. It was basically me like a stand-up dump of material. I've been working for like the last year, and that was like about 10 years ago. But now, like the climate for stand-up and specials in a different place right now. Yeah. Everybody knows that Netflix is the biggest the biggest platform for it. And I've been lucky enough to I've been working with Dave Chappelle for over 25 years. And about 3 years ago, after watching me perform in the cornfields of Yellow Springs, and this wasn't me approaching him, he said, Donnell, I want to do your special. Yeah. I was like, let's do it. Then I was like, what's going to be the incentive? And then he said, I'm rich. I didn't end that, but I'm excited about that.
Like
and that's a part of the New York Comedy Festival this weekend. I'm there November 9th through the 11th. The 10th is a really big day for me because I think if I nail this and I knock this special, I think it's going to take my career to the next level.
I think you're already there. I mean, you're one of the funny, I'm not just saying this either. I'm not just, trying to make up for the suit comment. You're one of the funniest guys. You make me laugh every single time I hear you.
Well, to add to that, I will say this. You know, as a comic, I think a lot of comics dream, I want to do a special, right? Yeah. And years ago, I was like, I need to do a special, and I wanted the special. Yeah. But then since that time has passed, and the fans have been following me for over 30 years, it feels like they need and they want me to have a special more than anything. So it's like, you know, that song, got to give the people what they want, and that's what I want to do.
So you're at the Hard Rock 3 days?
Yeah, 3 days, yep.
Tickets are still available.
Tickets are available, and it's not a box office. You got to go online. Okay. If you go to, probably the easiest way is to go to DonnellRawlings.com, DONNELL, Rawlings, like the sports equipment. Scroll down. I got some other dates. Click on New York Comedy Festival, and you choose where you want to go.
Well, you said you got to give people what they want. Clearly, people want more of you, and now you have a podcast.
Yeah, the Donnell Rawlings Show. And people are like, what can we expect in your podcast? What I always tell people, you don't expect daytime TV. You know, you get unedited, unfiltered, and then you get Donnell like speaking his truth, and I talk about life the way I see it. My good friend Dave Chappelle told me once, And this was in a crazy moment. Things were going crazy in the world. He said, Donnell, it's our job to make fun of the things that are troubling us in the world. And that's what I plan to do on my special, and that's what I plan on to do in life.
Yeah, we saw Chaz Palminteri just around there. So who do you like to have celebrities on, too, to have conversations?
Yeah.
But they're real conversations.
They are, and I think I have the most unorthodox style of interview. And I interviewed the RZA from Wu-Tang one time, right? And everybody wants to ask questions like, how did the Wu-Tang start and everything? And he's a vegan, like a known vegan, right? And I told him, I was like, so you mean to tell me your son has never had a hot dog? You know, and then he told me, it's like, it's definitely unorthodox. I don't know what type of question I'm gonna ask, but I think I ask questions people never had the answers to. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you see in the world right now?
A lot of problems.
Yeah.
A lot of things are going on. And when things are going away, you ask yourself, okay, how can I help? What can I do to contribute? But now it's coming to a point now where you feel like, you know what? My concern is I got to take care of myself and I got to take care of my family. I got a young son that's 8 years old, and I see how troubled the world is. Yeah. And I'm like this, I just want to make sure he's good and give him the best opportunity to be the best he can.
I know we got to go, but do you feel like the world of comedy has kind of shifted? Do you think things are off limits now?
I think that we did have a point where everybody was trying to cancel everybody for speaking what their truth is. But I think a lot of people are getting sick of that. They want comedy to go back to people expressing themselves the way they want to express themselves. You know, I do in my social media, whatever, I have a phrase I use. A joke could be too soon, but it never could be too soon for a funny observation.
Yeah.
And my comedy is definitely observational.
Yeah, well, what the world needs now more than anything is laughter.
I want to sing a song right now.
What do you want to
sing? Go ahead.
What the world? I don't want to say that.
Here we go.
But then you might like this from the Chappelle Show, and you should do this. It was one of the biggest characters I did. It was called Beautiful, and we had a chant: hate, 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 hate. You could be a player hater on the next song. I'm telling you, you're a player hater, son.
Donnell, thank you so much for being with us, and good luck with your special. We're so excited to see it.
If you want to be part of it, you've got to check him out. He's performing at the Hard Rock in Times Square this Thursday through Saturday night as part of the New York Comedy Festival. Wouldn't you give me a hard time every time?
Every time.
Every time.
I'm consistent.